What we have got here is a real failure to communicate. Stuck in the notices of the Wollongong City Council way down aside in the advertiser newspaper is this. They want to close Temple Road, a major road in Helensburgh, New South Wales, Australia. An escape route in bushfires, the second one from Walker Street. They want to close it down and sell it to the adjoining owners, which is this Temple Association Incorporated. And this really is not in the best public interest at all. So let's go for a little ride on the Temple Road, Helensburgh, the closure they want to do. Okay, so we're coming down, heading south, Lawrence Hargrave Drive, and we turn here where there's a sign that says Helensburgh Gateway to the south. And this is the road here that Wollongong City Council wished to close. To the right there is the Temple and associated lands, and they also apparently own the land on the left side of this picture as well, including the house. Now, this road here is part of the original South Coast Road, so significantly it is over 100 years old and they wish to close it. Now, here we have a photograph I took on a visit to the temple, and the temple, according to their beliefs, requires 5 requirements for the site to be located. And the first one is it should be virgin land. The second, a forest. 3, an island. 4, a water source. And 5, a coastline. But by removing that road, closing that road, Temple Road, that's removing the requirement that indicates an island. It's considered an island because it's surrounded by roads, Lawrence Hargrave Drive, Walker Street and Temple Road. It would no longer be an island. So why are they contradicting their beliefs? This is what they're doing, and it's very simple to understand that. So that probably bears worthwhile further investigation as to why they would break their beliefs. So let's continue our little journey. Here we are coming to Walker Street, and as you can see, traffic must turn that way. Why? Because the other way is too dangerous. So we go to Walker Street. Okay, so we go back and we turn this corner here into Temple Road. This is very easy for the trucks and buses to get around that corner. It's a little sharp, but it's much easier than the Walker Street, Lawrence Hargrave Drive intersection. And it's also flat. There's no going up a uphill cutting. A good escape route in bushfires. Coming around the corner here to Lawrence Hargrave Drive ahead. And as you can see, we certainly have plenty of viewing space, especially there to the right, coming from the Sydney direction. You can see quite well there. And even when you turn to the other direction, which is going down south, down the cutaway, as we shall see right here as we turn, plenty of room, and you can see that there's quite a good area for spotting vehicles coming from the south. This cutting was put in many years later after the original road, and did make things quite easier to go directly this way. However, as we come down, we can see it's a steep cutting, and we can see the vehicles turning onto Walker Street. This is the Walker Street exit onto intersection onto Lawrence Hargrave Drive, and let's go around this bend. Can you imagine trucks trying to get around that corner and then shifting gear to get up this slope? Not really good, and there could be rollovers. I mean, it's a bad turn there, and there shouldn't even be a right-hand turn from the Walker Street. So here's a little fun example of what traffic do at this intersection when they want to turn here and go right. Now here's a guy going right, and he goes right here. And what the heck is this guy doing? Okay, now this is this intersection that all traffic will be using if Temple Road is closed, and thank you very much. Come and do that again. Welcome to Helensburgh. Okay, so here we are, and I'm going to turn right to go uphill onto Hargrave Drive, and I'm just waiting for the traffic. They like to cut the corner here sometimes. I'm waiting for the traffic. You can imagine the traffic coming on Walker Street wanting to do this all the time, especially trucks and buses. The trucks with, what are they, double Bs, and dogs, whatever they're called. And we're waiting to turn and finally turning, and we're looking right directly up into the sun. Thank you very much, Wollongong City Council. And this is very, very dicey to do this sort of thing, particularly with the trucks coming up, really sending out the exhaust fume emissions. Thank you again, Wollongong City Council. And we get up here and we can see how much room there is at Temple Road to turn, and we're doing a turn in there. We can see the ample space. We can see traffic coming a long way off there as we head back down this road. No reason has been given by Wollongong City Council for this closure of Temple Road. One can only wonder why. I mean, after all, the former corrupt Wollongong City Council wouldn't have done this at all. There's a comparison. We can see to the right there plenty of space from the Temple Road exit to Hargrave Drive, and the dicey little area there at Walker Street intersection. As a point of interest, just past the intersection is Kelly's Creek, which is actually the Hacking River. So all this area is actually under the Hacking River protected environment. Notorious 7D land, where notorious administrators changed a lot of things that people voted for a few days before it went to the New South Wales government. However, the thing is, what happens with this road? What zoning will that get, this Temple Road, if it's closed? It should be E2, Environmental Conservation, designed to protect the sensitive area. One should also point out too that the RMS, the Roads Maritime Services of the New South Wales Government, would not be impressed. They know what the trouble would be if Temple Road is closed, with the traffic coming out, as I said, onto Hargrave Drive from Walker Street. And on top of that, Temple Road is a second exit off Walker Street in times of bushfires. We all remember, those who were around, the bushfires of 2001 and the panic that ensued after that, with only two ways out of Helensburgh. This would be effectively cutting off a second exit off Walker Street in times of danger. Why would Wollongong City Council even contemplate this idiotic idea? One can only imagine what has gone on behind scenes. Who was all for this idea in council, and who approached who? Well, it wouldn't have been Wollongong City Council. So one can only wonder about one's beliefs. So in the end, which would you choose? Walker Street to be the focal point to go into Helensburgh? Or do we close Temple Road? Well, I don't think we should close Temple Road. But people must tell council that it's just not on. But this is what you get when you vote for one above the line instead of the person underneath. People must think about such things when elections come. And we can only hope that common sense will prevail in this instance and Temple Road remain open.